Let's talk about the environment. How do you help the environment?
How do I help the environment? I try to not litter. That's how I help the environment. I don't litter around. I try to plant things and, raise baby plants to just, make the atmosphere look good, feel good. I think that's the little thing I get to offer.
Is environmental protection common in your country?
Oh, no, it's not. I would like to think it is, but in reality, it's not.
How could people care more for the environment?
The environment is actually reflects a lot on the people around them. So I think that how they can care for it is by seeing the place as themselves. If you care for yourself, you should be able to care for the things around you. So by doing that, you clear out any garbages around you, like that.
Now let's talk about your personal image. How do you like to present yourself to others?
Okay, I like to present myself very poised, confident, all smiley, giggly. And I like to be, I would say I don't like to be approachable, but I mean, when you're confident, of course, people will approach you. So, yeah.
Do you act differently in different scenarios?
Of course I do. Yes, I do.
How important is it to make a good first impression?
It's very important. But, sometimes you just don't know who you're getting to meet for the first time. And some people's first impression might catch you off guard. So, but it's important to make good impressions.
What makes someone look professional?
How you carry yourself. It's not about how you dress. It's how you carry yourself. I would like to think that.
Now let's talk about group activities. Have you joined any group activities?
Yes, I have. I recently joined a dance group. I love dancing. Dancing eases a lot of my stress. So I decided, why dance alone? Go join a group.
And how do you feel about group activities?
I feel good, probably because I tend to take the lead a lot. So it makes me feel good when I take charge and, have control over something I like to do. I just tend to happen to, know what I'm doing or enjoy learning about what I'm doing. So when I learn, I tend to end up being good at it, and I do take charge from there.
Would you ever like to organize a group activity yourself?
Of course. Yes, that's my dream, to actually have a group of people that I bring together to create or do something. Because I feel like I have what it takes, and I feel like I have this thing, lots of creative things going on in my head. So the only way to bring that to life is by having a group come together. So yes, I do. I helped someone, a lady to be precise, cover up her ripped dress. I lent her my jacket because I noticed that there was like a tiny rip on the thigh, and we were in public. So I was like, "Hi, you have a ripped dress. Can I give you my jacket?" And she was like, "Oh my God, thank you." And trust me, I loved it. It felt great. I don't know why I did it, but I just felt like if I had a ripped dress, I would, and I didn't know, I would love if someone would like take note of it and tell me and help me and offer to, help me cover it. So I did what I felt like I would have wanted someone to do for me. Yeah. I think I said everything in short time.
Okay, you want to stop?
Yeah.
Okay. We've been talking about someone that you helped solve a problem, and we're going to continue to talk about problem solving. What qualities make someone good at solving problems? To thank you for watching this video, I want to give you a free course that has helped thousands of students improve their IELTS speaking score. What it's going to do is take you through every single part of the test and give you strategies for part 1, part 2, and part 3, and also allow you to practice at home for free and get feedback. To sign up for that for free, all you have to do is just click the link in the description. Thanks very much, and let's get back to the video.
Attention to detail. When you pay attention to detail, you tend to see where there's a missed up somewhere. Yeah. So I think attention to detail
How has technology changed how people solve problems?
I think for other people, it makes it easier for people to just go look it up instead of learning from experience, from other people's experience, and trying to critically think about it and create a solution. But they just go straight to, the tech and be like, oh, easy answer. No need to see the problem. It's like, oh, I can just check here. No need to think about anything. They just go there and they find the answer. So I think it has really eased down a lot of critical thinking. Yeah.
Why do some people prefer to solve problems alone rather than ask for help?
I think it has more to do with how people would perceive them, depending on the kind of problem it is. But I notice people have issues with being perceived. So when they feel like, oh, if I tell someone about this issue, they might see me like this, and that affects their decisions for asking, someone to help them solve their problems.
A lot of great things about what you did there. Your pronunciation is really, really good.
Really?
Not everyone from Nigeria. It's not a criticism of Nigeria at all. I speak with a lot of Nigerians, and they are very frustrated about the IELTS test because they say, English is my first language. I studied it in school. Why am I getting such a low score? Often it is because the accent can be so thick that the examiner finds it difficult to understand everything.
Yes,
they understand
yes.
90%, but there's some things. For you, I can understand 100% of what you're saying. So that is a huge thing. So that's a very, very big thing.
Thank you.
Your grammar and vocabulary are also really good. I heard just a few little small grammatical errors, such as garbages instead of garbage.
Yeah.
Garbage is uncountable. But overall, your vocabulary and your grammar are to a very, very high standard. Grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, that's 75% of your score. The other 25% is the thing that you need to work on a little bit, but we can easily help you. So,
Right.
so don't
Thank
worry.
you.
Fluency means, can you speak at a normal pace without too many hesitations and pauses and
Right.
that is not a huge problem for you. The other part of fluency and coherence is, did you answer the question and did you develop your answer enough? That is an issue for you. You are answering the questions, but you're not giving enough information.
Right.
So in order to give you a high score for grammar, I need to hear full sentences. Or for vocabulary, I need to hear full sentences. Especially in part 1, I'm asking you questions and you're just giving, I do this, or this is the answer. And that's great, but remember, it's a speaking test. The key thing that you need to do in part 1 is pick one answer and then explain why you think that, or give a little bit more detail, or give some examples. It's up to you, but you're a little bit of a closed book. You don't give many examples from your real life. Some people are like that because that's just who they are, and there's no problems with that at all. That's not a criticism. But if you don't feel comfortable giving personal examples about your friends, your family, things like that, you can just give general examples, where you live, the things you do, or examples from outside of your personal life. So, can you give me an example of a phone, an iPhone? That's nothing to do with me personally. Yeah. There's a difference between those types of examples and like personal story examples. If you don't feel comfortable talking about personal things in your life, no problem, but try and add in some examples. And in part 1, you're not far away from where you need to be. You just need to add 1 or 2 more sentences. Maybe a better way for you would be, what's 1 or 2 more things I could add to this? You seem to have no problem talking. It's just you're answering the question and then shutting down.
Right.
Okay. If you do that, you will do really well in part 1. Similar with part 2, you stop talking at the 1 minute mark.
Right.
And then I was going like, keep talking. And you're like, no, I don't want to do that. What you're saying to the examiner is, I don't have enough English to talk about this topic. Ooh. Even though that's not true.
Yeah,
you do.
I completely understand. I understand.
So what a lot of people will do is they'll talk about that for 1 minute and then they don't know what to say because they don't have the vocabulary or they don't have the grammar. Right. So if you stop at 1 minute, the examiner has to assume that's it.
Yeah.
So this is your cue card. What you could do is add a few more extra things. So describe a time you helped someone solve a problem. Add a few more, like how did that make you feel? Have you ever done a similar thing in the past? Can you give me some more details about the woman's dress or other little things?
Okay.
So that when you get to 1 minute or wherever it is, you can look down and just add in more things. The key for part 2 is to just keep talking until I stop you. I will stop you. You don't stop. Okay. All right. Even if you think it's just nonsense coming out.
Right. That's the thing. I feel like at some point I lose track.
Yeah. It seems that you are more concerned with giving the correct answer.
I am.
Than knowing that it's a speaking test, so there's no correct answer. It feels like this is a job interview and you're giving a correct answer.
Right.
It's a speaking test. Your English is amazing, so we want to show how amazing it is.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm doing here with you.
Okay.
For example, in part 3, what qualities make someone good at solving problems? And you said attention to detail. That's the correct answer, but you need to say, why is attention to detail important? Can you give me an example? So a better way of answering part 3 questions might be for you to think of an example or an explanation first. So you could start off by saying, that's an interesting question. I haven't thought about that before. Let me think for a second. And then you get it. Okay. Then you answer the question. And then you say, for example, this or this happened. So you need to develop your answers a lot more. Okay. So it's up to you. I think that you can do much better. So do you want to do another one?
I do.
Okay, good.
I think I should note something.
Yeah.
When you ask me a question and I answer, I have this thing, not just now, like normally in my life, I have this thing where I can literally just forget what we're talking about.
Yeah, and go off on a tangent.
So I'm trying not to do that here.
Yeah.
So it's not even about focusing on like the correct answers. It's more of, oh my God, don't forget,
So part 2, highlight the main topic and then always just keep coming back to the main topic. So that will stop you going off on a tangent. Part 1, answer the question, add a little bit more detail, and then stop. And then part 3, make sure that you are focusing in on answering the question, and then you can go in different directions. Like some people think this, some people think that, but always keep focusing on the main question. Okay, so we'll do another one. Let's start off by talking about daily habits. Can you take me through your normal daily routine? To thank you for making it this far in the video, I want to give you 10% off our VIP course. The IELTS VIP course is the most successful IELTS course in the world. That is a fact because we have more Band 7, 8 and 9 success stories than any other IELTS course in the entire world. We do that by simplifying the whole IELTS process, supporting you with some of the best IELTS teachers in the world, and being with you every step of the way until you get the score that you need. All you have to do is just look down in the description, just click that, and you can sign up. If you have any questions about the VIP course, always feel free to get in touch with us. We answer 100% of the questions that we get. Hope that you become a VIP. If not, enjoy the rest of this free video.
When I wake up, first thing I do is just play music. Very important. I play music and then I eat, but not the food you might think. I munch on a lot of sweet things. And I love to read books. I love books. I love animes and comic books. I do that every day. If I don't read a comic, something is missing.
Do you take many breaks during the day from your daily routine?
I do, a lot. Because when I play music, I tend to dance too. So when I'm dancing, I end up I fix things around the house. So when I'm doing those things, I tend to do 3-4 things at the same time. So when I'm doing those things, I have this little moment like, oh, sit down. So I sit, and that's where I read my comic.
How does your daily routine affect your mood each day?
In a good way, I would say, because I tend to do things that I enjoy. I listen to my body a lot. So if my body doesn't feel like doing any heavy lifting, I don't do it. So if my body feels like doing something light, I do something light. So since I listen to my body and work in alignment with what my body feels like, I tend to enjoy my routines.
Now let's talk about cooking. Do you enjoy cooking?
It's a love-hate relationship. I do and I don't. I don't cook all the time, but when I do cook, it's like art. It's like art. And then when I'm done, I'm like exhausted and I'm like, oh, I don't like cooking. But when I'm doing it in the moment, I enjoy it because I'm doing this and I'm taking my time. It has to be this way and taste this way. But after that, I'm exhausted. So I'm like, I'm not doing this till the next week.
Do you like to share your cooking with others?
While I'm cooking, in the same, like while I'm cooking, someone there with me?
It could be with you, or it could be that people come over, or your
Oh,
family,
no.
or something like that. And then
When I'm cooking, no, stay away from me, please. Because, like I said, it's art to me. I enjoy what I'm doing in the moment. So if you're coming, it's like you're coming to peek at my unfinished painting, that kind of stuff. So, no, I don't enjoy it. No, stay away from my kitchen.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Oh, my favorite dish to cook is actually a Nigerian cuisine. It's called it's called afang soup. It's very traditional. It's made with yam. It's a carbohydrate food, and we blend it and mix it in wraps, leaf wraps. I love it so much. But if I should give an English dish, pasta.
Now let's talk about meeting people. How do you meet new people?
I'm an ambivert, so I tend to stay home a lot, but I do go out when I want to, when I feel like it. And when I do go out, that's where I meet people. When it's for work, fun, birthdays, church, I meet people there. And I think it's when I meet people and I smile, it makes it easy for people to approach me. So that's how I easily get to meet new people, because I have this and they're like, ah, then and they're here. So yeah, that's how I meet people. I helped my sister organize, plan, and direct her birthday shoot. And that was not supposed to be my job. We had a photographer, a makeup artist, a hairstylist, and a director, all booked. Everybody showed up except the director. I prepared the outfits, but the director was supposed to, tell us what to do, how to pose, and how to do all of that. But she didn't show up. And everybody was there. We didn't have time for any, setbacks. And I looked at it, I'm like, I chose the clothes, I chose the hairstyle, I chose the location. I might as well just direct the shoots. And I was like, I'll do it. And I did. And also some of the props we were supposed to use were supposed to come with her, because it was supposed to be a vintage shoot. I was supposed to have glasses, wine glasses, candles that she was supposed to come along with. I ended up using an apple instead of a glass, a half-bitten apple. And instead of long lit candles, I ended up using, there's this tiny little cup, very little candle that's very small. I ended up using those ones to improvise. And the spots we're supposed to use for the location, we didn't use it anymore. I had to move a lot of the things in the apartment that we were at, because she was supposed to take us to the location that I chose. But since she wasn't there and we're improvising, we might as well. We stayed inside the apartment. We moved all of the chairs. And voila, we had a whole floor for us to shoot. And yeah, it came out beautiful.
So we've been talking about someone that you helped solve a problem and a creative solution to that problem. And we're going to continue to talk about creativity, problem solving. Why are some people more creative or innovative than others in solving problems?
First of all, I think it's IQ. I didn't know that before, but recently I figured, because I asked myself that question too, but then I realized if you say, oh, this person is more special, it's like you're being condescending. But really, when you look at it, it's not about being special. It's the way of thinking and the things that you've learned over the time and how you understand these things that you've been learning over time. Yeah, I think IQ is the key source.
What role should creativity play in the education system?
To me, I think creativity helps bring up ideas. When you learn certain things and you enjoy what you learn, it gives you more ideas to come up with certain things, whatever it is. Yeah, beautiful idea. I think I'll leave it at that.
Now let's talk about problem solving and technology. How has technology influenced the way people approach problems?
I would say it's in a good way, but it's not as effective as it used to be, because now I think it's very easy. It makes problem solving way too easy. It removes the ability to think well and thoroughly, you know? It's a good thing, but at the same time, it negates critical thinking.
As before, in the first one, pronunciation, great, no problems there. And you also use great higher level pronunciation features like intonation, your voice going up and down. You're quite enthusiastic about giving many answers. You convey emotion and your feelings using intonation, using sentence stress, stressing certain words very, very naturally, and it's great. So I would give you a band 9, which is the highest band for pronunciation. Grammar and vocabulary, you have a very wide-ranging vocabulary. You use very topic-specific and idiomatic high-level language such as this. Also, your grammatical range is great. You have no problems answering or talking about many different scenarios, different tenses. You do make some little slips with grammar sometimes, such as this, but they are very infrequent and they're just little slips. They don't stop me understanding what you were saying. Right. So I would say you would get a band 9 for grammar as well. Vocabulary band 9, grammar band 9, and pronunciation band 9. Fluency and coherence, that was the one thing that was really slipping you up. Fluency, not a problem. As people can hear, you're extremely fluent. Coherence was, were you answering the question and were you developing your ideas? Massive improvement. In part 1, it felt more like talking to a friend or a colleague. They were just telling me about what they did, getting to know someone. Part 2, I think you could have talked for another 10 minutes about that thing. What I would suggest you do in the real test is pick something like that is relatable, that is easy to talk about. And then part 3, those were quite difficult questions, and part 3 is not about answering questions perfectly. It is about attempting an answer and showing how great your speaking ability is, and you did that as well. So you would get band 9 there. Less than 1% of people who do the test get a band 9.
Thank you.
But if you did the test before today,
yes,
you might have got quite a low score because of the issues that we highlighted before. So massive improvement in 20 minutes.
Thank you.
Good.